Hello everyone and welcome to Dwarf Fortress Adventurer mode this time around. Of course the other series is still ongoing, although I will say it's a bit annoying that I have to go between two versions there and back because the Adventurer mode is only available on the Steam beta version, but to run DF hack on the base game version I need to go back to that standard version again and there and back, and it's a bit of a hassle, but it's just like 3 clicks on Steam and like 2 minutes maximum of the update going in. But I'll start by saying that when it comes to games like this, games like where you play as a little adventurer fella going around the world, few things are as entertaining to me as going from absolutely nothing to being at the top of the world. There are other series and other games I would like to do this kind of series on in the future. Bannerlord is a big one as well. But I think trying to go at it in a Dwarf Fortress is plenty fun, and there are mechanics in the game which make this sort of thing not that difficult technically. Now, let's start off by clicking Adventure Mode here. I've created a new world already, and of course, we'll be just an ordinary person. And the difficulty settings are not going to really matter, because as you can see, they only affect starting skills and equipment, and we don't really care about that, because we are willingly going to not really use any of those starting points and not get much in terms of starting equipment. I will also click this button, which I always fail to click because I don't need a tutorial, and we're gonna go to character creation right away. And I could start as a cardinal or skunk man, which would certainly be interesting, but not what we're going for. I mean, cardinal man, that would be actually... That would give us an advantage of flight, but not something we're into necessarily. So we're going to start as a human. I'm going to start as a human because I would like to start as an outsider, giving us like no information about what exists in this world, giving us no relationships at the start, nothing particularly significant about us from the get-go, and our home, well, it says home here, but it's not really. It's not our home at all. You just crawled out of some like backwoods that no one knows about, and we're just existing. I am going to start in a human hamlet, or a human town rather, just to give us something to work with at the very beginning. No, actually, I'm gonna go with a hamlet because it's gonna make things easier for what I plan to do here. As you can see, no deity that we can be a patron of. We are as we are. Our name will be. Let's see. Actually, can I do this? No. Nah, there's no dwarf. No word. There's no word that's dwarf, huh? Man, I can say. Man. Hold on, man. I got it. I have the perfect name. Man Fortress, and my name will be. Not you. I'm editing this now. My name will be John Man Fortress. That's gonna be my name. I'm gonna start in Praise Sugars, and in this tab right here, where normally you would be trying to figure out, what stats you would want, give yourself some extra strength probably, and definitely give yourself some more agility, right? Because you're gonna need to be able to move around and dodge and so on. We're not gonna edit any part of this. All our stats are gonna stay as they are from the get-go, just average across the board. But on this side, I will give myself the only bit of leeway really I'm giving myself, which is I will give myself 1 point in Reader and 1 point in Swimmer. Because these are skills which you generally can't train in gameplay unless you have the basic skill already. Unless you have novice swimmer, you can try and swim in like a pool somewhere and you're going to drown. You don't have a point in reader, tough luck, you're never going to be able to train this skill in gameplay because you can't read in the first place, you're basically illiterate. So these are two skills that I will start off with, otherwise I'm gonna have no skills whatsoever. As you can see, all our skill points can remain as they are. Let's see, randomizing our appearance. You can see we are definitely a randomized little man. Let's go with a white beard here. John Manfortress, aka Santa Claus over here. His appearance looks completely fine. He personally views competition as a crucial driving force in the world and sees war as a useful means to an end. Honestly, just give me complete randomization here until I can get actually a dream, perhaps, a goal. No, nothing. Dreams of attaining a high rank in society works with me, and I personally see those that attempt to maintain dignified and proper behavior as vain and offensive, and I value honesty. Sounds good to me. Apparently the game would want us to start off with a lead flail. I don't know about that, although that's very... Hold on, can you even get lead weapons? I guess you could make lead weapons. I didn't know that was a thing. Alright. I genuinely didn't know this was a thing that existed. Is it just an outsider thing? Oh, I guess it is a fan... oh my god! I did not know this was actually a thing, because these are materials you would normally not be able to make weapons out of, I'm pretty sure. Like beryllium, nickel, aluminium. Oh man, wait, does that mean that they have platinum? You could start with platinum warhammer, which would be like, technically like, extremely powerful. But I'm not going to start off with anything except this copper dagger. Yeah, I'm going to go completely naked, but I'm going to keep a copper dagger just because I would like to have something that I can butcher things with so that the game doesn't end because I go out into the wilderness and starve. Because I'm also going to give myself a couple of extra rules that I will explain right here. I am not allowed to acquire items through stealing or through just finding items in sacks or chests or wherever else, whether that is in a castle or in a hamlet's building or something. I can only acquire items basically through three means. Looting bodies, you know, whether that's people that I've killed, bodies that I've come across that from people that have died, whatever. That's one way. The second way is through barter and purchasing items or threatening people to give me their stuff. And number three is through acquiring them by going through dungeons or lairs or something, yeah? That's not gonna, to me, qualify as getting them for free because I had to do some kind of task for it. Camps are kind of in a neither here nor there thing. I think I'm gonna... As much as I can, I'm gonna avoid getting things from, like, camp chests either, because that's pretty much free items as well. But yeah, this is how we're gonna start off our adventure here, and yes, accept the equipment. I'm actually thinking, do I want to have just, like, a little animal pet friend fella? Not a giant moose, perhaps, although I love how outsiders can just get some insane pets that can probably just, like, I can get a jabberer. Amazing. You know what? No. I'm not gonna get myself... You can get a pet rock, or a war rock. I guess you can't, because you can't get 10,000 starting points. It would be really funny if you could, though. But, no, I'm just gonna say we're ready for our adventure. John Udusgeshood is gonna start his journey right here and right now. Alright. So, what's our plan of action? Well, the plan of action is that we are going to have to train. We're going to have to train up our skills. And a lot of it will have to probably happen off camera. You shush. Off camera without me recording it. So I'm just gonna do this and get rid of that as well. Because there is a mechanic in this game that you know, if you just started out, it's good to know about this mechanic in adventure mode, especially if you want to quickly train up different skills, and especially your attributes, which are apparently feel dejected when caught in the rain here. But those attributes, which we all started off as this default thing here, we are gonna be. Let's say I get some yellow sand here, right? I pick up the yellow sand with my left hand. Now, wait. Oh, I guess doesn't work with sand. Ah, right. I mean, it's sand. What am I thinking here? I guess in the base game that I'm used to, this would have worked. But of course it's sand. It just falls through my hands. I don't have a bag or anything to store it in. So instead, let's find someplace. Look at this. We have a small shale rock over here. I pick up this rock and I do have it in my hand, and I could throw it. And let's say you shush, and I throw it. Let's say just one block over here, and you can see it flies like that and then goes over there. Let's now look at our skills and combat, and look at that. Dabbling thrower, dabbling archer. You're starting to, you might have an idea of where this is going now. Like it happens in many of these games. If I ever do a Bannerlord series of the same premise, you will find that it's going to be pretty similar. You're going to spend a lot of time throwing things. You're going to throw things at people, you're going to throw things at animals, you're just going to throw things to become stronger, because this also trains up our skills, generally speaking. I'm also going to do this just to get tracker going, and one thing you can do is if you press Control R, you're going to see at the top left corner you have this blinking record symbol going on. What it's doing is recording a macro, a series of actions that will automatically get repeated as after I record them. Doesn't matter how long it takes, because I mean this is basically turn-based, so it's just gonna do these actions in order, even though I'm spending some time yapping here. So the first action we want to take is we want to grab a small shell rock. We want to take that small shell rock and throw it at whatever. Then I go ahead and take another rock, and I throw that rock just the same. And I do it again, and again, and again, right? And let's say that's enough for now, right? I press Control R again, and it stops the recording. Then I press Control S, which will now save the recording. I did some in a test game previously, and they kind of worked, but kind of didn't work, because I was surrounded by creatures, and it messed up the inputs a little bit. But it should work now. So I'm going to say rock throwing is going to be the name of it. Then I press Control L, which will load. You see, throw rocks and throw rocks gooder are the two things that I did before, but I need rock throwing. So now it's loaded in there, and I press Control P, and it's going to automatically play these actions out. Although clearly something has gone wrong, because it's I've picked up plenty of rocks. No, it's for some reason, I guess it's a little bit of a bug, perhaps, or something is wrong with the input. So I'm gonna give it another go. Let's say I'm gonna do it just a couple times fewer. So I throw the small shale rock at this location, and this okay. So one more thing here is, actually I'm gonna, I'm cutting myself off because I'm building how I'm supposed to do this exactly in my head. So now let me try recording again. I grab the rock that I just threw on the ground, and I throw it at this exact location, and then I grab it again, and I throw it again in the same place. Then I grab it again, and I throw it in the same place. And one more time I grab it, and I throw it in the same place. I'm gonna stop recording, save it, rock throwing, load it, and let's see, did it work this time? No, I suppose there's something off, perhaps because what I'm assuming is happening here is that there's something slightly off about the way the game handles those sticks, like it's doing the inputs while the game is still calculating the throwing happening, so maybe it doesn't work quite as well as it used to. So what that means is I'm gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way, which is to say manually for quite a bit of time. So I'll just get back to you when I'm done throwing rocks, and have built up a bit of throwing skill, which we will then use for the next part of, well, what we're doing here. Well, so far we've gotten to being skilled at throwing and archery, which I don't think has probably changed up our stats too much, but that should be okay-ish enough for now, because I would like to do the next part of our little adventure here. Now, this part is intriguing over here. This little red little marker on the left side here, because that means that there is a potentially hostile party there, and if it's it can also be someone that has sort of left their civilization because they've gone like nuts or something, because an important factor to consider here is that to acquire any equipment, we are going to have to commit murder. And we might not like it, but it's gonna be a lot easier to murder an innocent person and take their clothes, and, for example, to have the most basic protection, for example, against the wildlife, so that we can use the wildlife to train up more of our skills. But before I get to any of that, I'm going to need to get some food. I will like to eat some meat before I end up in the middle of the night, where if I go out alone, because I also would like to avoid companions, at least for the majority of this playthrough, I'm gonna be in trouble because the bogeymen are gonna get me in the night. So instead, let's go ahead and leave the boundaries of the hamlet here. So we're outside of their boundaries and in the middle of this little forest here. I'm gonna enable sneaking because that's going to make it easier to spot exactly that, to spot that there is some kind of creature hanging out over here, a raven. I don't even know if I can butcher ravens, but there's no reason for us not to give it a go, since at least it's gonna train up some more of our skills which we're severely lacking in. And since they are docile creatures, they're not really going to fight back once I get to it. So, what I'd like to do... I'd like to draw I'm gonna drop these rocks here quick, one of these rocks rather, and I'm gonna try and incapacitate it so that it cannot fly. Thinking about it, however, it's gonna be easier if I do that with a, for example, a kick. Let's go a heavy kick. Oh, geez Louise. That hurt it a lot more than I expected it to. However, if we look at the bird, if it doesn't bleed to death... Oh, that is excellent for us, because what we can do now is if we open up our... it's the wrong thing. Combat preferences, yeah? Then set our default attack to wrestling. That should mean that if I click, move towards it rather, because we're no quarter, we're definitely always going to be fighting. You can see I silently grab the muscular raven, and I'm basically going to be grabbing and locking and releasing and so on, and this is going to be training our skills. Chances are, because of all the bone breaking, yeah, the raven's not lasting very long here, but if we do this until it bleeds out real quick, it should take not too long probably. Right, I'm just holding the left button at this point. And there you go, the raven has died. If I check my skills now, you'll see that I am dabbling fighter, dabbling wrestler. Fighter skill is going to be very easy to get up. Wrestler skill, of course, I mean, it going up is not necessarily important for, you know, the wrestling side of it, but it is going to, again, build up more of our stats. So, the other raven... oh, there's two of them over here. Well, you can guess what's gonna happen to them. I'm gonna go for striking it, hopefully in a way that allows me to, again, incapacitate it without necessarily murdering it immediately. The right wing, let's kick the right wing. It did very much a similar situation here. But look at that, we can once again farm up some of the wrestling and fighting skills as well as any skills trained by combat. Whoops. This guy, let's try and incapacitate him as well with a punch perhaps. Oh, it's trying to snatch me and actually hurt me, so perhaps we want to make sure that it can't do that. Because we are naked. Normally it would be like, oh, I mean, what can it really do to us? If we're naked, it can do actually quite a bit. Well, not quite a bit, but it will hurt. It can definitely hurt more than it cannot hurt. Okay, it's perhaps prudent to just stab this thing if we can. Oh, I struck it with a rock. I didn't realize I was still holding the rock. I'm just gonna try and... My attack glances away. Annoying. Let's try and basically do the same thing we did with the other guy, which is to... The other two, which is to kick it in the wing and try and make it so it can't fly away. Although it's... Strangely enough, I'm actually surprised this raven isn't, like, fleeing. But on the other hand, it is improving... you can see we're a novice fighter now. I mean, it's improving a bunch of different skills here. Observer, I'm not sure how it's improving armor user, because I am, again, naked. I don't know what armor I'm using. Perhaps because the raven can't break through my skin, it's considering the skin as an armor. Which I know can happen like through modded creatures or whatever that just have natural armor. Perhaps because the raven just can't get through skin, it qualifies. I don't know. I'm in slight pain though, which is not helping us one bit. So I'm gonna try and actually do some easy attacks. Draw the dagger and slash this dude in the guts. There you go. That raven's not long for the world. And it should also be messed up enough that we can just... Yep, there you go. It died anyway. Let's see. Can we butcher the corpses? No, they are not considered large enough to be butchered by the looks of things. That's unfortunate, but also kind of expected. We're looking for slightly bigger creatures, to try and butcher and kill. But if we're moving towards a river, that should become easier to do. So, yeah, I am already tracking things. Let's see. I would like to spot anything. What are you over there? Are you a creature in the water? You're a stingray. I'm not gonna... Well... We can train up our swimmer while we're at it. Oh, that is a chubby alligator. I'm not going near the chubby alligator because that thing would kill us. Like, there's no question about it. It would take like a couple of bites and we would be dead. So let's not deal with that. Hippos. Oh my goodness. I suppose these are some pretty wild territories to have creatures like that around. I don't want to mess with that. Because I know hippos are like benign creatures in this game, right? They're not aggressive as they are in real life. But I mean, the ravens are fighting back. And if the ravens are fighting back, I'm gonna assume, safe for purposes, just safety, my own safety, I'm gonna assume that the hippo would also fight back. And if the hippo fights back, I'm very dead very quickly. Let's go back to punching and kicking ravens in this instance. Let's go for a heavy kick. Again, it's a very similar situation. And once again, let's farm up our fighter and wrestling skills by grabbing this single bird over and over and over and over again. So you can see that it's actually not currently dying. It's already lost a bunch of blood, but until we break some bones that also make it lose in blood, through internal bleeding, it's going to stay alive, which is very, very good for us. Because, I mean, you gotta train those skills. There you go. To pay the bills, in fact. More birds, more kicks. Maybe if we don't... Nope, yeah, it's still exploded into gore. Thought maybe not a heavy kick would help not that to not happen, but whatever. Let's try and do that with this guy. Okay, what if instead of a kick we tried like a heavy punch? Nope, still one punching their wings here. I mean, they are just, again, they're just birds, so it's not exactly surprising. Alright, let's keep farming that up. I'm not seeing our stats having changed yet, but they'll happen eventually. Adequate fighter is much better. We're also training up our sneak skill while we're at it. Ah, dang it. Ran away. Alright. What animal do I see over here? Someone again in the river. It's a stingray again. I think the stingray can potentially kill us as well. It can put a syndrome on us, and since we have, once again, no clothing to protect us in any way, I'm just not gonna mess with it. I genuinely don't know if it has a syndrome coded in. Makes sense if it did. And it would make sense that it would just kill us if we tried something silly. I'm still looking for animals we can kill, however. Swimming is also really good for training attributes, by the way, because the swimming skill... No, not the hippos. Definitely not the hippos. The swimming skill is also associated with things like endurance and strength and agility and so on. So, training it up is certainly advisable. So, if we're looking for animals to murder, we might as well do so while swimming along this here river. Pop out on one side, pop out on the other. Although I think we might be heading into the... Yeah, we went right back into the little hamlet there, which I don't want to do. Let's go back into the wilderness. Let's also whether or not we find animals we can eat, let's make sure to get some water while we're at it. Let's drink some water until we're full. And once again, go back to sneaking around and looking for things. Kias! I hate these birds in Fortress mode. So this is just gonna be cathartic, really. Right wing. Let's give it a punch. Yep. Exactly what you would expect here. Guaranteed they're also too small to be butchered. Yep. That's alright though. I'm sure we'll find something. Eventually. The training of our skills is currently the priority anyhow. I know it's not the most riveting gameplay yet, but this is the slow build up. I mean, it would be much more rewarding to I don't know, kill a bronze colossus in this playthrough, or fight a dragon, or conquer a dungeon or something. Knowing that we used to be just this guy right here, punching and wrestling birds. I think that'll be far more commendable than what I usually do, which is start off as like a grandmaster swordsman or something, and then it's just kind of a cakewalk. So we have we've been gotten tired here. Let's see, health. Nope, still nothing changing there, but we're a competent fighter. We are a adequate wrestler, which, I mean, we might have to resort to wrestling on occasion, but it's not going to be like a usual means of combat, I would hope. Let's see. Just swim through little murky pools as well, just to keep that skill gain up. One thing I could definitely probably do is the old strategy of training up Swimmer, which is something that I can also show off in this video here. That's a bunch of stingrays, a milkfish. You know what? I'm gonna kill some milkfish today. Let's strike it in the I don't know, kick it in the thing. Okay, grabbed it, so it probably can't break free anymore. Let's scratch it. Oh no, it did break free. Dang. This one's probably also gonna get freed as well. Yeah, they're way too quick. The other way to train up your skills, or stats rather, like I said, swimming is really good. So, what you can do is find a bridge. You need to find a bridge. Another milkfish down there. Ah, no, they're just gonna run away. Alright, fair enough. Okay, what do you got over here? Probably some kind of bird-like creature, if I have to guess, because it's showing those striped lines. I want to show the bridge situation, bridge strategy, rather. Also, I haven't checked, but I assume it's spring, so yeah, none of the plants will have anything edible. It's just leaves. Spinach leaves. I don't think I can eat raw spinach leaves, but I'll give it a go. You can! Oh my goodness! I genuinely didn't even realize. That's excellent. That's rations that I don't have to hunt for, which means that I can safely take us over here to this here bridge. And if we go down here, I do have to be careful, but if you, swimming around, you're training I forget which exact attribute you're training, but it's certainly a good one. It's certainly one of the main physical attributes in this game. But if I go over here, underneath the bridge, right? Wait, it should work, right? Yes, I'm going to start drowning. And because I'm drowning, it's going to be training a different skill. I believe it's going to be training endurance, right? It's going to be training endurance, which is really good. So I'm going to go ahead and say let's go for fast swimming. I'm not going to be sneaking because that slows us down. And try and swim from one side of the bridge to the other, repeatedly. And one thing that was also part of the strategy before was using macros for this. However, because of the state that macros are clearly in, and sometimes they didn't even work perfectly before in the previous versions of the game, I'm not going to be using them underneath the bridge here. Reason being, I might actually gosh dang drown, right? Especially if I end up overexert. Like, I'm tired right now already, so let's just chill over here, drink some water while we're at it. But if I just swim right on back and forth, it's going to improve my swimmer skill, and swimmer skill improvement is going to improve my stats. So I'll see you guys again once I'm done swimming some laps over here. Okay, so I swam a bit too far to that side, and there is a skinny alligator that might be trying to murder us. So I'm just gonna real quick jog on out of here. Well, how much did that help? Hard to tell, because of course, unless you actually improve to become above average in any particular statistic, is just going to, you know, give you that we're a talented swimmer so far. We're also getting good at ambushing and such, so that's pretty nice. Well, let's just improve our swimming for one more skill point, and then probably call on our swimming adventures for a bit. Still want to kill this fish though. Let's strike it in the upper body with a heavy scratch. That might bleed it out eventually. No, it's not bleeding enough. Not bleeding at all, in fact. Well, let's just see, maybe if we can sneak up on it again. Eat our spinach so we can draw our dagger. And stab this guy in the head. Strike it with the spinach leaf? Perhaps not. Perhaps not that. Tearing muscle and bruising the skull. It's not dead, though. So let's just swim after it again. And stab it in the head. Stab in the upper body? Slash it in the upper body? Oh yeah, we tore apart its heart, which probably is gonna spell the end of it. Can we butcher this? We can butcher the milkfish, rather. That's good. So we can get some milkfish meat if we want. You know what? Let's get its spleen and eat that. Excellent. We're a dabbling butcher now. That's also a skill. I mean, if you think about it, we started with 0 in everything except for swimming and reading, and look at where we're now. We got all kinds of skill. Okay. Last thing I want to do for sure in this episode is to get just a little bit of loot. And to do that, I'm gonna go ahead and... Let's see. Oh, it's about to be nighttime, however, and I do not want to be outside during the nighttime, so let's go into the hamlet itself. and find a house to hang out in. Where are they, supposedly? Somewhere to the right, hopefully. Can't find any houses here. Oh, there you go. There's people. So let's just hang out with these guys over here. So, I mean, one thing we can do, since we are here, if we look at our map, not our map, but our journal, rather, we'll probably find that, oh no, wait, we actually do know. We don't know any people. We know about places, but we don't know any people or things and the like that are there, so... Fair enough. Let's talk to this here grating voice mason. Bro, I don't want to talk to that. Let's talk to this broad chin farmer, this Giga Chad right here. Greetings. Hello, human. I am Ectat Match Scorch. That's a lovely name. Yes, I know how to speak to people. You don't have to remind me. Tell me, who rules this land? The Neutral Buff Society. That's an amazing name. Alright. You got any troubles? Creeping things slither out from below ground. There's a troglodyte somewhere. The Lamented Shaft. Far to the southwest. Really? Really? Sights? Lamented Shaft. Shush. It's down there. I mean, that's past like a mountain range, so I don't know if I'm gonna be killing that thing, but good to know. Tell me, can I spend the night here? Let me see, where do you even do that? Can I stay for a day? Yes, lovely. Let's go ahead and sleep until dawn then, so that we avoid any bogeymen. Then, there you go, it's morning. We will eat our spinach, stay strong. We will then travel. Oh, there's something going on over here. We have... Ooh, that looked like something bad happened. It looks like... Okay, if I could chase down... Yeah, look at this. Something is ambushing me. Excuse me? Oh my, that is a giant cougar. Please tell me it doesn't spot me. Oh, I can sneak away from it. Oh my gosh. Oh, you see, that's the danger. Which is that you assume that the little symbol on the map you see is some, you know, some brigand or adventurer perhaps. But sometimes it is a beast that is about to murder you. So that's where we're at. Ooh, red spinach. Can I eat that? Yes, I can. Which also means I can probably sell it. Oh. I have nowhere to put the coins, so I don't know about that. Let's just travel again. Hopefully... I mean, if the giant cougar followed me into town, of course, it would probably be murdered and murder others. Which could be beneficial for us. Actually, can I lure... Okay, let's see. We got also something over here. Or someone or something. We also need water. Just realized. How badly? Okay, we're not dehydrated, we're just thirsty. Let's see, it is a goblin crossbowman. Do we risk it for the biscuit? Because, I mean, we have, like, very little skill in using our dagger, so it would probably benefit us to not go ahead and do that. But, if this bastard... Ambush. Are you part of the ambush? He's part of the ambush. No, he's not! He is, fighting the thing that is ambushing, right? Yeah, because I'm not in conflict. I mean, I won't mind watching whatever happens here, which looks like the goblin's just being chased away, which is, I mean, expected because it's a goblin. They suck, but also a bit disappointing. Oh, those are my footprints. I was just following my own footprints there. Let's see. Oh? Well, this guy's now in the middle of town. There you go. Come on, kill him. Oh, the mace dwarf got blasted with something. Ooh, broke his foot. That's not good. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting, like, a shield out of this little conflict that we're witnessing here. Where is this thing now? It's a dog. No! Oh, are you kidding me? Save me, Mace Man. Oh my goodness, that's real bad. That's really bad. I was not expecting the bastard to just shoot me like that. That said, he's probably in the middle of a town that is all going to be aggro to him. I don't know, man. I think I'm just gonna try and get to a river and get my... Oh, is it fall? It is chasing me. But I'm like right in front of a castle here. Okay, good news is that the injury didn't last. I got a scar. But other than that, we're fine. Let's see, is this bastard gonna be down here? He is, isn't it? Isn't he? Yes, he is. Okay. If I'm not sneaking, will he spot me? Whoops. Yes, he is going this way, probably to try and kill me. But you see, there is a castle right here, which means what? Where'd he go? Is he behind the tree? Did he go into a house? I'm sorry, what? Where'd he go? Hello? What a strange thing just happened. Hello? It's showing that he's like in the castle now. Which is odd. But if he is... He is! What? Okay, I'm curious also if I can... I'm gonna eat these. Can I... grab... What is the... I've forgotten the grab button for climbing things? Yes. Can I climb up? So is there an overhang? There is not an overhang, so I could do this. No I can't. Dang. Alright, fair enough. Wait, yes I can. Oh, the goblin, I'm just gonna... hope that the goblin doesn't see what I'm doing here. Oh, it ran away. Okay. Oof. This is a very silly engagement, but, oh. Oh my goodness. Okay. Is he going to be coming here? Is a child? Nothing's happening. Ooh, he is like mightily in the castle at this point. If that is accurate, maybe he will be killed, which would be good. Let's see. Seeing soldiers moving. We got archers posted up there. Things are happening. Well, if this thing, well, if he is anywhere around here, then I have not... Oh, there's blood, though. There's most definitely blood. Also, that is a mantis. Whoops. I hate that. I hate the clicking to move mechanics, because you just misclick on something and then it's just walking away. It's a bleeding human somewhere in here. How odd. Well, I don't know where the... Oh? Something's been going on up here. Yep, the goblin has been slain, which is good news for me, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that iron crossbow and strap it to my back here. Hello lads, how's it going? Let me get those, get that quiver. Let me get the... Oh, the bolts come with the quiver. I mean, yeah, you would expect that, wouldn't you? I'm also gonna do this. Can I throw him through the... Ah, you got stuck on the fortification. Well, it's still a little bit better. Okay. I think that's gonna do it for today's video, but I mean, that's technically some kind of progress right there, because we have a bolt stuck in our right upper leg.